Okay. Got some coffee. Stream is fired up. Let's get into this game. I'd like to start off by saying that, okay, I am old enough to have played. Well, I knew about Dungeons and Dragons. We used to take the handbooks and stuff to school, be sneaky about it, blah, blah, blah. Played tabletop. This was, of course, in the 80s. I've played every single Dungeons and Dragons game that's ever been released on a PC, and there have been a bunch of them. I know Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2, Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2, Temple of Elemental Evil. Those are just to name some of them. Played Dungeons and Dragons Online, which is still going. Neverwinter Online, which is still going. Anyway, that gives you an idea where I'm coming from. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to create a new character. And I know you guys are probably here right now wanting to know what the most important tips for new players to the world of Dungeons. Let me tell you what the most important tip is. The most important tip is the best part of Dungeons and Dragons is creating your character and leveling up your character. If you're new, don't worry about it. You know the difference between this and this? Not a whole lot. Everybody's guys are trying to make it act like this, but I've watched these dudes that are playing this. It ain't a whole lot of difference. Strategic combat, that's really all there is to it. So you can play, if you're brand new, the Explorer's probably good. Not my opinion. That's just my opinion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Explorer. No, you know what? Yeah, yeah. We'll do Explorer. So there is like, if you want to really experience Dungeons and Dragons 100%, you want things like this. Where's it at? Yeah, right here. This right here. Okay. This is the Baldur's Gate 3 wiki. You can find that at bg3.wiki. Pretty easy. What it is a complete game resource. So you can immerse yourself into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not, there's nobody making any money off of this. I'm not really affiliated with it. You can, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so we'll keep this around. Why can't I not skip this? There we go. So there's tutorials, by the way. I'm not going to reset them. So let's talk about the most important thing as a new player. Do not, in any way, shape, or form, watch the best race videos, or the best class videos, or the best this videos, or the best that videos, or how to this videos, or how to that videos. Don't do it. Don't watch them. Now, if there's a guide to understanding game mechanics, yeah, those are good. Like the guide to understanding game mechanics. That's kind of a good thing because those kind of guides go over, they kind of help you learn the game. They give you the idea of you know, what this is, a modifier, for instance. But at the same time, you do not in any way, shape, or form have to watch those. Simply because if you can read, you can understand this game. And no matter how, number one, it doesn't matter. Your origin doesn't matter. Your race doesn't matter. Subrace. None of this stuff matters. None of it. There is no best. If you want to be an elf, be an elf. If you want to be a tiefling, be a tiefling. You want to be a drow? These race features, they don't mean shit. You know why? Because you can always pick up that proficiency if you really want that proficiency. But the whole point is, if you're going to be an elf, play as an elf. If you want to be an elf barbarian, just do it. Because there is no best race. That's bullshit. There is no best proficiencies. There is no best anything. What this game does give you is the ability, as you level up to like level 4, you get to pick feats. When you level up, your character is gonna get stronger. So if there's a spot you think is weak, you can fix it if you need to. Like, this is what this guy's good at. That's what skills are. Things he's good at. This is the armor they can wear. These are the weapons they can use. Pretty simple stuff, right? The origin. You can pick these guys, and they've already got their own characters. Matter of fact, as a new player, I would probably just pick a... If I was brand new, I would probably just pick one of these and roll with it. And let's see. Let's play his introduction.
Hello, darling. Don't be shy. I promise not to bite until we've been formally introduced. My name's Astarion, and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels just like you. A man called Cazador made me what I am, kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. The Tapel's influence broke his dominance over me, and now I can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long, dark years. Revenge. I'm going back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his lair. I'll be the last thing the bastard ever sees.
There you go. So I'm not going to go through all these because I don't want to ruin it for you. But that's an example of Origin character? I mean, we could play the origin. We could play an origin character through the introduction. Not a bad idea. But the game tells you, and all these numbers, you don't even have to really worry about all these numbers. You can literally not know anything about any of this stuff and play the game and have a great time playing it. All right? You just jump in the game, click one of these characters, or create you a character. Can I change his race? No. Oh, I can change that. Like they say that you can't use these spells unless you have high intelligence. That's not true. You can use them. They may not work the best, but that's alright. They're not supposed to. Simply because. But I can tell you what does work. Like that'll work. Because that doesn't have a. That doesn't have like any kind of chance to miss. Light doesn't miss. Mage Hand doesn't miss. Minor Illusion never misses. Like, friends? There's a chance. Nope, that won't miss either. That won't miss. That will. Anything that has to do with damage, those have a chance of missing. The rest of these. So we're not going to go with a Firebolt. We're going to go with Mage Hand. Mage Hand is super good stuff. So handy. So proficiency means what we're actually like. We've been practicing with. We know how to wear. We're good at wearing light armor. With short swords, long swords, rapiers, blah 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 blah. These are things we already know how to do. Charlatan is our background. We're an expert in manipulation, prone to exaggeration, and more happy to profit from it. Bending the truth and turning allies against each other will lead to greater success down the road. And you can use recommended. Boom. Some people will say not to leave these, to make them even, because, but here's one thing you gotta know. When as you're leveling up, you're going to be able to put points in these. As a matter of fact, the level 4, you'll get 2 points. So if you leave these like this, then you have a chance to put a point in 2 of these. Now the thing you want to really, this is what you want to be, these are things you're good at. Okay? So this is where you do your role playing, basically. This is an intelligence check. That's a wisdom. See, perception is wisdom. So if I took, like if I took a performance, I don't really care about performance. And I could go +4 in deception. Or I could do +4 in persuasion. Or I could do this and be super stealthy. Or perception. Allows me to spot hidden details. This is kind of just a role play thing, right? Persuade people to do things. I mean, I got +5 there, right? Analyze clues and solve mysteries. So we can go 5, 5 in stealth, 7 in sleight of hand, or do we do 7 in stealth? So this is all up to you as you how you want to role play your character, right? I want him to be like super acrobatic, always land on his feet. I think I know it. See, if you know that you're gonna get stuff that's gonna help you with this, you kind of want to be We could do 4 and 4 and this. I like that. Let's do that. So now we're more balanced. The plus 5s. We got a plus 3 here. And 2 plus 4s. And a plus 3 here. And then we're going to leave 17 at dexterity, for sure. And we may... This is how I like to create my characters. 10 is a normal human being. Or normal. Like, 10, it just means that you're just the average. You're just the average person. Average strength, average. Right? This means you're weaker than most. As a vampire, I'm not gonna, I don't want to be weaker than most, okay? But I do want to max this out. 15 seems to be as high as you can go. And we'll give that. And then we can give one here. Or do we go wisdom? So if you look at the abilities, some of these are wisdom. That's charisma. That's charisma. That's a wisdom. So we want more charisma. Right? Bam. Want more charisma? We want more dexterity. And we'll just be average. We don't want any negatives. Now, some people will say, "Oh, don't worry about this." Well, do you want to have a negative? You want to be weak? Hell no, you don't want to be weak, and it matters. This muscles and physical power affects your melee weapons. Also determines, but the thing is, it determines how far you can jump. That's the biggest thing about strength. So you want to at least be average in that. We ain't gonna jump very far at all. And anyway, you can read all these. Tell you what they do. Maybe I got choices pending. Oh. There, that's perfect. And then we can add 1 to our dexterity. We'll be able to get this up to 20. This gives us +2 to charisma checks. So if you look now, look at that, +6, +6. Now we're getting somewhere, huh?
You need a guardian. Choose one.
Okay. I choose you. I'm okay with that. We don't need to see the cutscenes. But I can't emphasize enough that the most important tip is that learning
What's happening? Where am I?
to play the game is the most fun you're going to have. I mean, the hardest part of this game is learning the controls. That's the hardest part of this. Learning the controls. And how where all this shit's at. So take some time and learn that everything's here somewhere. You can add everything to this if you want and just have everything you normally use. And then this is your bonus action. You have your actions, your bonus actions. And everything takes like an action. That takes an action to use that. If you wanted to use that, that takes an action. Anything you do basically takes an action when you're in turn-based mode. One thing that'll help you immensely is knowing that you can hit control and click a whole bunch of things, and you can group them up, or you can add to wares. Adding to wares, if I add these to my wares, right now, after they've been added to the wares, you can take them, move them down here, out of the way, or keep them up at the top for you if you really want to. But look at that. Wait a minute. So if I have those selected, then I select that, it just clicks off of them. So that's kind of helpful, is to be able to hold control so you can move a whole bunch of stuff at once. You just drag and drop it. If you want to remove this from wares, you just right click. Right click is your friend. Right click allows you to look at a whole bunch of stuff. Right click brings up a drop down menu. You can look at your underwear if you want to. You can add your underwear to the wares. Now, stuff that you add to wares, when you go to a trader, all you gotta do is click on sell wares and it'll sell everything that you've clicked on. Those are good. That's a good, super handy to have. It's also super handy to have this because you're gonna see, you want your best character to do these kind of things, right? Charisma is good for talking to people, but it says that plainly. It's the force of personality. There's your spell book up there. Reactions. You can have it ask by checking on this. You can have it automatic here. Turn it on or off. I don't know why you'd want them off, but if you ever wanted them off, there it is. These are all your common actions. So you can look them up. Look what each one does. That's dip. Dip your weapon. Like if you want to dip it in poison. Hide. Shove somebody. You can always shove somebody basically that's smaller than you. You can't gonna shove anybody bigger than you. You're only gonna be able to throw things that you can actually pick up. You can use this. Smash somebody over the head with a chair. There's your dash. All these, as you can see, that's a bonus action. That's a bonus action. All these are actions. You help somebody up off the ground. But it says, you can help them, or you can remove burning, ensnared, entangled, and webbed, prone, and sleeping. If you are standing right next to somebody and combat begins, you can click on disengage. It allows you to jump away or dash away. But you got to remember, never mind, you won't be able to do it. You can disengage and jump away. But you ain't going to be able to disengage and dash away. Because jump is a bonus action. If for some reason you want to like not kill somebody, you just want to knock them out, you go to your passive. And you toggle here. Everything's down here, common, rogue. And you toggle it there. It'll appear up right here. You got your other stuff's going on over here. These are your reactions. If you have a light source, which I don't, like a torch, this is where you can toggle it on and off. If I was dual wielding, I could do that. If I had a ranged weapon, so you can switch right here.
Don't touch me. Someone there?
Double click on that guy, comes right to him. This over here is your short rest. You get 2 of those, and then you got to go to camp, basically. This is kind of cool if you want to look. If you want to see what's going on, like get really jiggy with it. All right, that's all that. And then just role play. Like
Leave no trace.
I'm a squishy.
Silent as the grave.
I'm not brave. Okay? I'm a squishy as vampire.
We had a lucky escape, it seems.
So I'm probably gonna be all sneak.
All right. Not everyone made it out, it seems.
The hell is that? You can hold down the Alt button, and if there's anything I could find, it would be highlighted. Boom. But as you can see, this is not highlighted, and neither is this. Oh wait, the onyx is, I guess. But that's not. So you have to search around because it's not going to show you everything.
Visions project into your mind. A nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
What's this?
And you never want to rush. You don't want to rush ahead, even if you're not a squishy. Because everything's based on turns, so you got to understand that. Even though we're not in turn-based mode now, everything's based on a 6-second turn. And you see how it says I'm going to go prone if I jump down there? Won't let me jump there. Won't let me jump there. end our turn. Environment has like 6 seconds. Boom. 6-second turn. So, that means if you move to here, you're going to have a few seconds before you're doing perception checks all the time. Okay. The game is doing perception checks for you. It's doing all these skill checks. Anything that's going on, like I'm staying in stealth, it's doing stealth checks for me. If there's anything comes up when an insight, or I mean perception wise, spot hidden details. So it's constantly doing these perception checks for me in the background. It's constantly doing these survival checks if you're out in the wild. It's constantly doing nature checks if you're out in the wild. That doesn't necessarily matter either. Just play your character as you created it and have fun. That's the most important thing when it comes to your character. There's no best gear, there's no best class, there's no best race, there's no best build. I'm gonna keep saying that. Do yourself a favor. Don't watch any build videos. Don't watch any best this videos or best that videos. You want to watch videos that are these guys make in regards to, explaining the game? Hell yeah. Those are good to watch. But as far as there's these guys that they're already making.
It can't be. We're in the hells.
They're already making best build videos, the best road, and I'm like, come on, man. Ain't even been out a week. You think these guys know what the hell they're talking about? Especially guys, and I ain't gonna name no names, but guys who are not. There are guys who only play Dungeons and Dragons. Right? That's all they play. Is Dungeons and Dragons. They don't have YouTube channels that, some of these guys, you'll see that they make videos, these best videos for every damn game that comes out. Fuck those guys, man.
Curious.
Fuck those
I feel
guys.
good.
You
Rejuvenated.
think they really are an expert at this game? Hell no. They're just trying to profit off of somebody who's new to the game. So if you're gonna go to,
Wretched thing. You got what you deserved.
zoom out of the way out, and you can look around a lot easier. We already found that chest. Anything else we're missing? Oh yeah. Well, there is something else we're missing. No? Okay. Did we go to this chest? I think we did. How do we get out of here? Crazy. Everything says what it does, so I wouldn't stress on it. Like, I could make a best build guide, but I'd be full of shit. I could make a best this, the best that, this, blah, blah, blah. I mean, all I'd have to do, but there, it's all bullshit. It's just clickbait, man. That's all it is. Clickbait. Let's open the sphincter. Oh, it's so gross.
We are here. Here. We are trapped.
You are annoying.
Help us.
Oh, another thing I highly suggest you
Release
don't do
us.
is watch videos that show you where things are at. Because it ruins your other playthroughs. If you
We
watch
are
videos
here.
that show you where
Here.
everything's at, then, I mean, you'll never have a, you'll have
We
your,
are trapped.
I mean, that's the whole point is to,
Help us. Release us.
and another thing I suggest is that don't spam your saves.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Now, I could actually save right here. And if I don't get what I want, I could just load the game. But that ruins the game. You want to go with whatever happens, because that's how it works. That's what the whole point of the roll of the dice is.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
So on this game, it shows you your advantages, like dexterity. Look at that, +3 from dexterity. I got nothing. I got nothing in investigation strength, but my dexterity is good. So I would probably want to use my dexterity, right? Because I get a +3 to the dice roll. Difficulty class means that I have to, the number that must be matched or exceeded to succeed. Rolling a 1 always fails. Rolling a 20 always succeeds. So I need to roll at least a 7 and no 1s.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
Hmm. I shall spare it.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are. To the helm, we.
Is there anything up here?
Yes, let's.
A thousand years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more, flash behind your eyes.
You're definitely going to want to make more than one character, right? Yeah. You're not going to want to only play one time. So, the point is not to find all the best stuff. You just want to go with
Abomination. This is your end. Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Skvar, you are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it were a...
evil little babies. Alright, so initiative was rolled. Looks like I go first. Us goes second. He goes third. This guy. That goes fourth. That guy goes fifth. And that guy goes last. Okay? So these are important things to know. So this guy's going first. So he's our number one threat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just hide. To hide, you hold shift down. If it's in the red, there's a real good chance that you're not gonna hide. Okay? So what we need this guy to do, we need to see if we can get him to there. Nope. Can we get him to there? Nope. So we're gonna dash him. We're gonna dash him back here. Because he has, that was my action. And he has the bonus action. He doesn't have a bonus action yet. Oh yeah, that's right. That's alright. I'm just doing what a vampire would do. Okay? Self-preservation.
Victory awaits. Let my name be known.
So that was a rush attack. 30 feet. Knock that punk out. Now we'll use our bonus action. I didn't hit him for no damage. But it'll tell you over here. Combat log. I'll use my pummel strike. He's dazed. I have no idea how I took no damage. Anyway, that shows you all that. And you can just toggle it on and off. Kind of cool to look at.
Make way.
Now.
The subtle approach. Let's move.
Another thing that's really important as far as the controls go is ungrouping before you go into a combat situation. You can bring that up with hitting tab, or that's over here on the stick. But ungrouping is like normally I wouldn't have went in there and started a fight.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
Yeah.
Now, to the helm.
I did well, didn't I? I was amazing.
Don't mind if I do.
I've got this set to X. I don't think I changed. I think I did change it. But that's your hide. So you can just hit. Like I changed mine to X.
On tippy toes.
Because I'm used to that being crouched for me.
A quick rummage. What's in here?
We didn't loot that. You know, it's always good to. I guess we did. Pretty sure. Oh, this guy's still knocked out.
On the hunt.
I did no damage. The hell? It says he's knocked out. Give him the claws, Imp. There we go. So this guy did all that, and he couldn't hit him for nothing. And he was knocked out. Damage roll was 4. Damage reduced to 0 to spare the target. You know why?
What a day.
Because we had the non-lethal attacks on. That's why we couldn't kill him.
Enough waiting. I crave blood. Worth examining. Without delay.
I don't think there's anything in here we're missing. And if we are, I don't care.
The Nautiloid won't withstand these dragon attacks for long. Forward!
You right click on something you can send to your characters, other characters, which is really nice. I can highlight a bunch of them and send them if I wanted.
What now?
Now we're talking. Because that's what I'm proficient in. That's what I'm good at. Bows. Now, right here, if you add this to items, it shows up right down there. It's kind of nice. You can add that down here. Things that you might use in combat. These things you automatically use, so there's no reason to put those anywhere. Grease, you gotta throw it. These other things you gotta throw. You're using a longsword for 13. You can also drag and drop.
Keep your distance, darling.
Rule of thumb is to
Action, not reaction.
it's kind of a catch-22, right, when it comes to this. Because if you look at her skills, she's only got +1 in perception. So is she gonna find traps? No. She's not. So a lot of people say that this is your frontliner, but this is your scout. Anybody, whoever has the best perception is your scout. Right? Because he's got to be... He's going to observe the environment, spot. He's the one that can find traps, stuff like that. He's also the sneakiest. Now, in the wild, it's a little bit different story.
Eager for battle.
In the wild, it would be her. Because she's +5 in survival. But in this situation, in the little, like, dungeons and stuff like that,
Like a wraith. Stay low.
like a wraith through the sphincter. Open sphincter.
Istik, back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
So, when it comes to this would be an investigation, right? Let's look at his skills. He's not good at investigation. He's not bad at it.
Flackett's will be done.
She's not good at it either. She's got insight. I'm gonna have her go read
Unleash.
Arcana. So let's look. Who has the best Arcana? He's even.
Let's have some fun.
They both have equal.
Assume nothing.
So if we look here, difficulty class. Succeeded. She rolled a 15. That's how she is. Let's see what happens when she clicks on this one.
Arcane sigil. What might it mean?
She rolled a 12 and it needs a 15.
Annihilate.
She rolled a 17 that time. Annihilate it was.
Let me out!
Worth examining.
I don't even know why to pick up bottles. There may be a reason. But charisma is the one that
Locked. Pity. A brain. How delightful.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
On my way.
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
I can't turn it on. Not
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
you're right.
Wait! That can't be. There has to be another way. Please!
It cannot be helped. Come.
Now you have choices, you know.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
Remember, I'm all about, my whole goal is to make it back to Baldur's Gate. I don't really give a shit about these people. At all. That ain't my gig. I'm just trying to survive, man. Okay?
Are you a pet or a snack? Curious. Looks like it might fit into that machine by the pod.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life.
Oh, critical failure.
Nothing in the appearance of the device betrays its purpose. It could do anything. Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command. A shiver runs.
At last. Thought I was done for. Thought
Your mind lurches.
you keep dangerous company. I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. They'll have to wait. I need to get off this ship alive first. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. It's nothing.
Enough of this chatter.
She's right.
We had to do it. We needed the...
Don't mind if I do.
We needed the experience.
All right.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside,
Cane yank.
Connect the nerves of the transponder.
Do it. We will.
Connect the nerves.
Get out!
So we got this guy's going first. He's going second. We got pretty good initiative. I'm not going to be able to hide from this. Unless... I don't have advantage. Guaranteed hit on the imp.
Concentrate.
strike hard, strike fast. My path be true.
These are my bonus actions.
On the way.
Take this ship, or Zariel will have your head!
Can't afford to let up. Got to move.
Time to strike.
Leave him to me. Connect the transponder.
Nope.
What's this? Time to move.
Throw the wolves in the sticks!
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
We've got plenty of time to do that.
Let's end this.
Time to strike.
We're going down! Freeze!
Kill them, or your spine is mine!
Need to stay focused.
Let's look at this guy. Actually, is he resistant? He slash, pierce, bludgeoning resist, fire resist, lightning resist, cold resist, poison resist, but he is not. Necrotic resistant.
Time to meet your maker.
Now let's look and see why we missed. Armor class was 18. I hit 16. Okay.
I will ascend.
Yes, you will. Lacerate him.
A quick rummage.
Splendid! The furnace is ours!
Talk to me.
That's radiant damage. Let's see if we can hit him with that. Nope. Let's see why. He hit a 19 with a 4 dex modifier. Son of a bitch.
I'm fury. I am death.
Yeah, you are.
Be quick.
Hurry, before they strike.
Take this, or Zariel will have your head!
What should I do?
Try the sacred flame again. Just smack him. You're kind of a waste on this guy anyway. You ain't gonna hit him.
Victory awaits.
There we go. That's what we needed.
Throw your corpses in the sticks!
Ready. Onward.
I am fury. I am death.
Sounds good. I'm not sure how I have disadvantage. I'm behind him.
It's your turn now!
Uh-oh. Yeah, suck it.
Can't give up. Time to strike. My path be true.
Look at that thing. Oh, yeah. I'll take these. I'll take that. I'll take that.
My faith will protect me.
I'll take that. Take that. I'll take that. Oh, that's the mysterious item. I can't take it. There you go. Taking your shit, bitches.
Spill some blood.
Oh, you know what I realized? Oh, shit.
Got to focus. Got to press on.
I am fury. I am death. On the move.
Just take a peek.
taking position.
A peek won't hurt.
Oh shit, bring it down.
I am fury. I am death.
Let's go.
Stop the intruders! They must not escape!
Make way.
We're out of here, suckers.
I'm ready.
Heading there.
This will do nicely.
Nothing.
The helm's alien transponder.
We've
You
made
it in time.
And I'll tell you what you can do as I get ready to end this little beginner live stream. Is you can try the tutorial, because it doesn't take that long. On a whole bunch of different characters until you decide which one you like. Run the tutorial, be like, nee, I don't like this character. Run the tutorial and be like, nee, until you find one you think you like. Because you may think that you want to be something, and then when you start playing it, you're like, I don't really like this.
Sunlight. Your first instinct is to flinch from it and hide in the safety of the shadows. But to your astonishment, there is no pain. The opposite, in fact. Your skin tingles pleasantly, like the caress of a lover who doesn't know any better yet. But beneath the skin, flesh and bone, there is a much more unpleasant sensation. Something nibbles and burrows where it does not belong. The tadpole nestled in your brain. Your stomach rudely announces itself to you with a twinge. Unfortunately, you cannot eat sunlight. Time you found some prey. And of course, you'll be feeding for two now, thanks to your guest, until it deigns to feast on your brains and split you open to reveal a newborn mind flayer. Perhaps it would be wise to focus on finding a cure. As wonderful as the sun is, you can hardly enjoy it if your face rips open.
This will be fun to play this. But, yep, there you go. That is my beginner's guide to Baldur's Gate. There's not really much else you can learn. There's things you want. You know what you want? You want one of these. Baldur's Gate Wiki. And you can check out feats and backgrounds and skills and spells and races and origins and NPCs. And you can learn all about your character. That's my number one tip. Number one, go to the Baldur's Gate Wiki. I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching videos that talk about the classes and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with those videos. But any of those how to play videos, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And even if they did, oh, we had a hotfix? Oh, didn't even know that. And even if they did, it ruins the game having somebody else tell you how to play it. The best thing, this is the funnest part of D&D is immersing yourself in the whole concept of it. What all this stuff means. So that's number one tip. Number two tip is there is absolutely, positively, without a doubt. Unless you're, it matters with, I mean, in this game, it means absolutely nothing in any way, shape, or form to have the best build and the best this and the best that. It is completely irrelevant. 100% irrelevant. It means absolutely nothing. You can pick the worst gear and the worst class and the worst companions. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about is your companions. And this whole concept of, oh, you gotta have a fighter, and you gotta have a healer, and you gotta have a frontliner, and you gotta have a utility guy. No, that's bullshit too. You can take the absolute worst party composition in the worst gear that you could possibly find, and you could still play this game and have no problems, really. Because you would lose those battles at first, but your party would get better because they would learn stuff. You would have to be. I mean, you could pick the worst gear, the worst party, and you'd have to go around and kill some small stuff for a little bit until you ranked up. but you could without a doubt do it. But if you just pick the gear the game gives to you, the gear that's available. Don't go watching no damn videos that tell you where the best gear in the game is. It's so much more fun just to find it and be like, ooh, sweet. All right? Don't do any of those things. Fuck those guys that think that try to tell you to do them. Don't do it.
One step at a time.
What you gonna do is just go exploring. Who cares if you miss something? You might find it on your next playthrough. The concept of this is that you, like me, this is my character. This is me. I'm trying to roleplay this guy. Oh Lord, it's Shadow Fart. The silent Fata. We call her Shadow Fart. She's silent but deadly. Anyway, that's it. That's the end. I can't think of anything else. I will leave a link to my Discord. This will expire in 7 days. No, it's going to expire in 1 day. This Discord is invite only. So if you watch to the end of this and you see this Discord link, you come on in. We're happy to have you around the Rogue Nation. We're going to end it here.